comfortable with this also.
And it's what we discussed.
Very good, yeah.
All right, so everybody's good? Okay, so Harold, you'll take care of this?
What am I doing with it?
We're
Refresh.
gonna donate land to it because it's a food bank.
We're not to 77.
I didn't touch it. It must be on the
Yeah, I
cycle
gave you- you have a
after
copy
certain
of it.
time. I didn't touch it.
If not, I'll tell you what.
My nose
Here,
is frosty,
take
but
mine.
you didn't touch it.
Well, no, I've got what you.
Yeah, but no, you have the back, I have the back.
Oh, okay.
All right, next is street vacation request for Bushwick Avenue.
All right, guys, this is Yeshiva Chemdot HaTorah. Did I get that right, Menashe?
Yeah.
Okay. Also known as 950 Massachusetts Avenue. The issue here is that he can't get his CO, even, he still has a lot of work to do on the building. They're operating under a TCO for the first floor now. He built at risk because we would have to vacate Bushwick Avenue here. Now, I've done some research on this, and for some reason, Bushwick and the two streets next to it dead end at these property lines. They don't go across the property that's over to Massachusetts Avenue. So what I'm asking the committee then is this is one more stumbling block for him to get everything completed. Will we consider the vacation of Bushwick? The building's already built over it.
Do we make them vacate the building?
We can ask him to
No,
do that.
It's what you did. Arm fresh.
Put your hand on the table.
So he wants to do Bushwick from the back of that property. Now, who owns the little lots in the back, on the other side of Bushwick?
This is a huge fight.
I think he has all of them, and Bushwick actually ends. I'm trying to see where the map is here.
Right here.
Yeah, it ends, this
Look,
property, I
the
believe,
la-
is owned by Lori Leeds.
Mr. Mayor, look at the last page.
Oh, okay.
You can't keep it, but you can look at it.
Correct.
What's correct?
Oh, that's where it ends, right.
So what's the rest of Bushwick Avenue? What do you mean it ends? Oh, it ends over here, you mean, on this side?
Yeah,
Oh.
and it's paper on the other side.
And he
Same with-
owns both of these blocks?
That's what I'm under the impression.
If he does, I have no problem with it. Look at the back.
It's You gotta tell them, I don't. Which one are you talking about? What-
I don't know, I'm just based on what,
I'm okay.
It
I
is
think-
warm and hot air.
thanks, Mayor, you turned on the heat.
I don't know why, I'm trying. I'm melting here. Tongues, it says cool, right?
It's a parking lot.
It says
It's a what?
COOL.
The thing that's running over the paper street is a parking lot, not a building.
Okay,
If he owns both of those blocks in its entirety, and he's willing to combine it into one lot, and this paper street's running through that lot, and will be right between his two, and it will be one lot with no, because it doesn't go to another street, there's a lot there, it dead ends, I have no problem with that, it's not going anyplace. You'll never use that street.
The building is like a few feet off where the paper road will be.
Yeah, it would
So
go,
he would-
it would
he
go
would
to
want
Lori's
it- he would
property,
want to
all the way
combine it.
through.
But what I mean to say is,
Right,
if
he
he
would want it-
owns
You're-
both
he's
of
been
these
working with
lots.
you on this,
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah.
So what's the deal?
Right,
Yeah, no, I think
Hold on.
Mayor's right.
I'm sorry.
Isaac's been working with
let
him for a
Mayor-
long
Let
time.
Mayor say what he wants, and I'll say yes or no.
if he owns this entire block and this entire block,
Yeah.
this road is servicing absolutely nobody besides for him.
No, Lord Lee owns property on there.
Look at
Oh,
the
on
first
this
page.
one?
Look at the first page where it
Yeah,
says
first
Leeds.
page. Shows the Lee's property right there.
I can't, I don't know what I'm looking at over here, I'm sorry. I don't know where Bushwick is.
This is Leeds property, Bushwick is here. This is Leeds property on Massachusetts. This is her. He's got everything else, I think.
So I don't understand, if Lee subdivides the property,
Leeds has frontage on Massachusetts. She also backs onto Bushwick for that small section.
so that,
This is Bushwick here.
so Mayor, that's up to you, if you want to
It's
consider.
not up to me, it's,
I mean, but I'm saying you brought it to us, but would you, Ray, would you vacate the street?
I don't vacate streets unless the adjoining property owners agree to it. So Isaac,
So-
what's the deal with this?
What's the deal with
No,
Leeds?
I don't know what Leeds, I have no idea. I don't know anything, I didn't even realize that Leeds, like, as far as I knew, he requested just a portion that's along his property, but I didn't realize that Leeds' property is in the middle there.
Well, yeah, but he wants to come up from the south end up to the end, up to where Lord Day's property would hit the road and vacate it from that point
And should we
back.
be able to come?
No,
to the
because
back?
the map here
That's- yeah, the map here doesn't
shows
show that.
the
That's what I'm
line
trying
all
to
the way
figure
back
out.
at the intersection of Nassau.
That's what I can't figure out.
Well, maybe he only wants to do his portion up to Leeds' property. That
Yeah.
would make a lot of sense, because Leeds doesn't need it for anything.
Yeah, well, she
Wouldn't go down to a dead
we
end.
can't vacate the back.
One
of her
second.
property.
When you're looking at this property, right, that black outline in the middle, that's Leeds property?
Yep.
Yes.
So
And where's the
maybe
entrance to the school? Is it not on Massachusetts?
Yeah, it's 950
Yeah.
Massachusetts Avenue.
So which side of Leeds property is it?
But you can't.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
There's something wrong here, because I
No,
didn't.
no, no, it's not, because look at the picture, you'll see it. Here, look at it like this, Isaac. If you look at it like this, you'll see. It's the same exact thing. If you take the back page, fold it over the front page, you'll see exactly where the access to the school is.
If you want to vacate the
Oh,
property,
oh,
you
you're,
can't.
I'm looking at this one.
Yeah, he's not
What's that,
asking. You see, the back map and the front picture are showing two different things. The back map, if you look at the back map, if you look at the two dark lines, it shows that he's asking to vacate the entire thing. See that? Including Lori Leeds' property. Now look at the front picture, and look where that purple line is that shows what he wants to vacate. It stops by Leeds' property.
Right, that's what I,
So
that's what I
that
understood.
is the issue. So if he only wants to do the purple, that's fine. It's not, that's not affecting anybody,
That's what he wants to do.
the purple, so not what it shows back here.
Correct.
Oh, okay, yeah, then I'm okay with it.
Shouldn't you confirm that, or you're sure already?
Well, if we're gonna vacate meets and bounds,
I think that would satisfy him, because
Yeah.
I think all he cares about is the fact that the building is there already, you know, so.
Very
so-
confusing.
And the road doesn't go anywhere, obviously.
All right, let's do this then.
I'm okay.
Double check, Tom, if you don't mind, double check that that is his request, that the vacation extend from where his property line meets Lori Leeds' property to the end of the road, which dead ends anyway.
If it
And it's
does-
all his property already.
And if it does, you're good with it?
Then verify with engineering exactly what we're vacating.
Okay.
Okay, exactly where, how far, and everything else, and then we can bring it back for June 8th,
For introduction?
okay?
Yeah,
For
but he has-
first read on the ordinance, yeah?
He has to pay a fee also, so.
Someone,
Whatever.
did you set
I-
the AC? Do you know how to do it?
I just went ahead and set it.
All right.
Should I call George?
A little lower.
60.
No,
It's good.
69, I
It
think
keeps
it's
going
set
back
at
down.
70.
Keeps going back
so.
down.
What does?
if it cools down, sorry.
You gotta hit,
Doesn't feel like
you have to
it's
Is
hit
it good now?
reset.
Should I
I
call
did.
George?
I did.
No, Katie knows how
Did
to
you
do
hit
it.
reset?
Yeah, override.
Yeah.
Are you guys warm?
Yeah.
Before, I was like, hot, I was gonna go home. You have a fever again? Good?
You're all warm, get out of here, I don't want to get sick.
All right,
Am I warm too?
Yeah, let's go home.
Let's go.
No quorum.
There, set it
Perfect, no
67, got it?
I'm freezing.
Now it's freezing.
All right, come on, let's move on. We still have to do executive.
all right, next on the agenda is
Parking, public, lot 443.
Block 443, Lot 1. If everybody wants to read that letter, please.
I think this is perfect. Our plan endorsement says that it's a public use property. They want to use it for a public use. I think it's to me, it
But I
looks like
think-
a slam dunk.
Yeah, we have to sell it though.
Okay. Yeah, but just remember, but hold on one second. But Steve, Tom.
Wait, this abuts Bushwick Avenue, are we in trouble?
Does it really? On the other side? It's all the way on the other side.
No,
So,
it's
so, Tom, the only thing that I would ask, to be fair, is if they want to, the plan endorsement calls for this to be a public use, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so we want it to be a public use. Okay. I don't know that it's fair. Now, listen, as the taxpayers, we want to make as much money as possible. But on the other hand, I don't know if it's fair to start the bidding for a property that we want to be used as a public use, that is going to be bid out to be deed restricted as they're asking to be a public use of some sort, and then put it up for the pricing of private single-family homes.
No, we wouldn't do that.
But that's what, but if you look at what the tax assessor's writing there, he's saying that the best use is 3 duplexes.
Yeah,
Well,
but
we don't want
if we're gonna deed-
duplexes.
If we're going to deed restricted for that use only, that means
That
it's
the
not worth-
appraisal
it's
has
not
to
as
come in at
valuable
that.
as what we're assessed at.
And it has to, I don't know if it has to go to public, probably has to go to public auction if it's,
Yes, yeah,
but for a public use.
yeah. You want to?
I mean, I'm okay with it if the mayor's
I'll
okay.
work up
You okay with
a
it?
cost on what we
Yeah.
can, opening bid can be.
Well, normally we get an appraiser that they pay
Yeah.
for. We give them the 2 names, they pay for the appraiser, and that's what they're public.
That's why we do it, then
Yeah.
continue to do it that way.
And they're looking for 99
What are we
years.
doing?
No, they're or purchase, I don't want to do a lease.
Right,
It's
we're
per-
there
okay.
for auction
We're not
as
doing
a
this.
deed
So
restricted
whatever the
public use.
appraisal comes in at,
Got
is
it.
what they usually set them in. And the restriction, obviously, is lower than value. But we got it 1,000 times.
Yeah, but it's schools.
Okay.
I mean, but
Next.
they have to recognize, and you should tell them that when this goes up for public auction, I don't remember how big it is, but if it's sizable, it looks like it's a couple of acres, right?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it, yeah.
Hold on. I just
It,
wanna
it
look
is
at for-
what it is, guys.
No, but they should realize that anybody could have a
That's what
right
I'm
to
saying,
purchase
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Well, it's called a public auction.
Behave. I'm not going to let you go to Portugal on Friday.
All right, number 6. I want to hold off on number 6 tonight, everybody. All right, please. I'm not done with that yet. I'm working on something else. He's not telling me to take it away. Next is block 536, lots 100 and 104. It's a, if everybody goes to,
Oh, so we love this.
don't go to, don't go to the second one. It's from Mayor Castan. He wants to do that swap, Minaj, we were
Yes.
talking about earlier. You want to
Yes.
handle that?
No, I don't know, Mayor, if you could chime in on this. Second part of 7, not the first part, the second part of 7. This had to do with the lawsuit, the school's lawsuit with the township. The school bought a piece of property in Industrial Park. I don't know,
Give me a second. Let me read it. Right, I'm aware of that. I'm
Right.
aware of what you're talking about, but
And actually, there's a pending lawsuit. you said.
no, there was a lawsuit. It's
Oh.
gone
We
already.
lost.
It's gone. We lost the lawsuit.
that was the
They were
AB,
handling.
That
We
was
were,
the
that's correct,
ABCD.
that was the ABCD zone.
correct.
Why do you handle it?
So now,
Oh, bless you.
I thought I muted this, sorry
ahead.
guys,
Bless you.
which is a copy of the tax the property contains 5.6 acres and 2 just west of the intersection.
Now you know why it's called a workshop meeting.
The property is located in the R40. But Ray, you spoke about this.
About what?
And you said that they should double check to make sure, I don't know if it was double checked or not, that this property is not part of the place of open space that we had to leave. This is right by 10 City. Didn't you say that this was, that when the whole, way back
They're
when?
not talking, they're talking about the other side of Cedar Bridge.
Directly across of former 10-6.
Aren't we doing that property tonight for first reading?
For
Am I-
No.
No, you're talking about the LCS
W.
I can never get them all right.
Yeah.
This is completely different.
It is across from 10 City.
Let me see something.
Isn't that where we were thinking about putting, that's where we were going to put the
Community
community
center.
center?
Community center. But we have another place, a community center, but not the community center, the.
Head Start.
Head Start.
Community center
Community
also.
slash
There's 2
slash Head
properties
Start.
there, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Mike was involved in that.
Yeah, because I think that's Singer Way on the end of it.
Could I? Hold on one second.
Singer Way is at that end?
Hold on, folks.
I made that joke
Yeah.
10 years ago, I promise never to make it again.
And just so everybody understands, the swap of the property, there's a difference there too.
He'd have to pay the difference.
Hold on.
He'd have to pay the difference. Story basically was, he had a lawsuit against the township, he won the lawsuit. After he won, we told him, go ahead and start looking for other pieces to,
Right.
even though that, so Tommy asked me earlier today, there's such close proximity, why would he go from here to there? The answer is, that was part of the ABC, whatever we call the ABC zone, and this part
ABCD.
isn't. He's looking for something in the same vicinity, but to satisfy the needs. I think that the outcome of the lawsuit, we told him we would exchange the property because something like whatever the story was.
6.
I'm not familiar 100%, I know Mayor's more involved with that.
Yeah, so I would be, I think that makes sense, and as a matter of fact, what I was telling Ray was, when I spoke to him about it originally, that I think the town should consider the lot, whenever you do a swap, right, there has to be a public use for the lot that you're getting. So what would why would we want their current lot? What's the public use? What's the good of the public having that? I think we should consider a parking lot there. It's right by the parkway, it's right by the industrial park. I think we should talk to the industrial commission about forming a parking lot there. It's near the airport, it's near the, it's right by an entrance to the parkway, and it's right by our industrial park, right off of Main Street. I think that would be a slam dunk for our area. What do you think?
I think it's a good idea.
Remember we spoke about it? Yep. So even, you don't like that. Look at that face.
Who's gonna pay for it?
The park and ride?
Yeah.
Grants.
Either grants or I'm a township manager. Well, one second,
The Tom Henshaw Park and Ride.
One second. What we should, what I said was, we should speak to the industrial commission about it. Maybe maybe people in the industrial park would agree to help out with a park and ride in that area. Maybe people in the industrial, I think that the industrial commission would seriously consider working with a lot of their office buildings in that area to have a park and ride.
Okay. Well, two issues that I'm seeing. One, do we want to go ahead with it? And if we want to go ahead with it, the second issue is what we do with it. So why don't we handle the first issue first and see if we make that happen? And then we can decide either park and ride or sell it, through the industrial commission or something along those
Yeah, well,
lines.
maybe the next one, when we talk about Havana, and maybe we pay for them, so that's why I didn't wanna say too much about it right now. If we're gonna go ahead and do that, because if you go to the next number
Could be
7,
room for both.
Havana is looking for a place for property.
Thank you, Ms.
The other stuff, there you go.
I'm capable.
But, engineering said no to that.
Which one?
The first one, first page.
Yeah, well, that's why I put that in there, because that's the property they want, I think.
All right, so maybe this, I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt you. Maybe
Same
this,
property.
maybe,
It's the same property?
no, but maybe, you're right, Tom, but maybe we could do a mix and match.
Oh, they're both
It's a
asking for
big
it?
property.
That's what I
No,
mean.
not both. Javier asked for a property that engineering advised us not to do. Yes. So what Tom is saying is if we swap out the property and make the money from the school for the difference.
Oh, then give Javier
and
that.
there might be room for both on that. I don't know how big it is. Maybe we could look at both.
Got it. Got it.
Whatever the mayor says.
Mayor says, who's in favor of moving ahead?
I am.
I am.
Who am I to say no? Go ahead.
All right, next on the list is Block 490, Lot 101. And
Mayor, that last one, yes, we are gonna do that swap?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have an ordinance on it the next meeting?
Yes, if we can get.
Well, we're not gonna have the appraisals on file and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, everything is ready, but we're moving ahead.
Start the appraisals.
yeah, let's take this off. I I had Ed Seeger put together, this is the park property we had talked about a while back.
That's not this.
That's number 9, number 8. Yeah, it shows a piece.
No, but this isn't
Yeah.
oh, you know what? Yeah, the
Yeah.
first 2 pages are something different.
Yeah,
This is the park over in the triangle that we talked about, Mayor.
What, the second one?
Just go to 3 pages in.
So
The
this
top
is
2
like-
pages are for something different.
yeah.
Okay. No, what do you mean? It says East Coast.
The first 2 pages are incorrect.
I agree with you. As always.
There's a guy from this neighborhood that wanted to meet you actually from Prospect.
Yeah, this is the park that we want to do, so you were gonna have engineering look at it, right?
But what I did is I had Ed Seeger put together a plan to do this.
Okay.
So this way we have something to use.
Right.
So if you want to stop in, I have some information.
This is for the Prospect Park.
Yes.
I-
Ed did a
I-
really
we
nice,
could sure use it.
I want to tell you, Ed did a real nice job putting stuff together, explaining it and everything else, so,
Works for me.
all right.
So it would be nice to have a lot of park open space over there.
Yep.
Guys, it's that time.
You going back to the public?
What's that?
You going back to public?
Only to leave.
Yeah, there's nothing else on either agenda, so I promise you, we will not be discussing anything else.
Can I get a motion?
Motion for closed?
So made.
Second.
Okay, we're going into closed? So-
Between Katie and Tom,
Excuse me. Go
Ask
ahead.
the attorney.
between Katie and Tom, if I
What are we
want,
discussing?
if I want papers or copies of some of the things you just discussed, can I ask one of them?
After matters have been
Yeah, I'll make sure. Hey, Tom,
resolved by the township
in the
attorney
future,
and
can we
deemed
have,
necessary.
just
Like it
public
wasn't on the
copy.
agenda,